Hi there, everybody. We've got a new activity for you today. It's a favorite of our recess and lunchtime activities. We've done this in PE before at school. It's called Goalie Ball. You'll need a soft, kind of medium-sized ball, and it's a striking game, so you'll be hitting it with your hand. And we've got a few versions for you. So as long as you've got at least 4 people, whether that's family members or friends, neighbors maybe, that's as many as you'll need. You could always go more than 4, but 4 is the minimum. We've got a few versions for you, so you might be able to look through these next couple of videos and find the one that you like the most, or try them all out and see for yourself which one you think is the most fun. Here's our first version of Goalie Ball, played on 1 square of a 4-square court. Now you're trying to get the ball to cross the line, so right there Mr. Arriaga scored on Mr. Rich because he was able to strike the ball and it passed over Mr. Rich's goal, and that's why we call this Goalie Ball. You are striking with an open hand. Don't scrape your hand on the ground, but also don't catch it and don't hit it twice in a row. You can only strike it once and then someone else has to play the ball. And you want to try and guard your goal, and then anytime the ball comes near you, you want to strike it so that it goes across someone else's line. Now, if it's hard to tell if it crossed one person's goal versus another, let's say it crossed in the corner, then just replay the point, doesn't really matter. But roll the ball to get it started. Don't try and score on a serve. Just get the game going and then start playing more aggressively once the game is underway. One of the other things you can do here is we've set the height of the goal at knee high, so the ball has to either roll across the line or pass over the line underneath the goalie's knee. So you can't kneel on the ground and play goalie ball. You have to be on your feet. But you could change the height of the goal. We've tried waist high before. We've even tried shoulder high. It's up to you and your friends or your family, the group you're playing with, to decide what the height of the goal is. All right, here is our toe-to-toe version. So this one is really challenging because you're going to take your group of friends or family and you're going to stand toe-to-toe in a wide straddle. So don't get too wide where you're down in the middle splits, but also not too close where your goal is teeny tiny. So in this version, it's a lot closer together. So it's a quicker, faster paced game, but you can see the scoring is a lot faster too. So this is a fun one to play if you don't have anything on the ground. If you don't have a 4-square court or you don't have any chalk to lay down on the ground, you can get a group of at least 4 people. More than 4 would be better because it makes for a larger court, but this is still a fun version to play as well. Same rules apply, striking only one time. It's got to go between the legs now of your opponents, like that. Our third and final version of Goalie Ball is actually a 2-on-2 version. We're using the circle of a basketball court, and we're using the free throw line to separate one court from another. So in this case, we have Mr. Rich and Mrs. Worrell as a team, a pair, and we have Mr. Arriaga and Miss Jen. So you can pass the ball to your teammate, but the one-touch rule still applies. You cannot touch it twice in a row, but you can pass it to your teammate, and then they can pass it back. And the goal would be the semicircle line that is behind Mrs. Worrell and Mr. Rich. That would be their goal, or the line, the semicircle line right behind Miss Jen and Mr. Arriaga. So the same goalie rules apply. We're striking the ball, we're trying to get it to go across the line, and it's got to go below the knee, but you could change the goal height if you chose to. This is a fun version in that you're playing not as an individual, but as a pair, as a team. And if you're smaller, you can even squeeze in maybe 3 people on a side, or find a different size situation to play as a group.